Okay. Test, 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 test. Hello, hello. We are getting started today. Delete more drawings. This is such a weird area. I want to delete this. It does look like we're trying to go back to this wick area, the weekly wick. We already rejected from this weekly fair value gap. Just a lot of news, really. Took out monthly lows, and I could see a nice rebound from this. And I guess depending on where we close right now, and today here, whether we close above the fair value gap or not, the daily, which is a big target here. That's gonna be my what I'll be focused on here. We're just really filling all these gaps here. Look at that, 4-hour gap being filled. The next gap, much higher. So I don't know if upside is limited today, or we're just gonna trail up all the way to 2100. Holy crap! I believe this is the new weekly open gap from last week, which we had a large gap. I'm trying to come back up there. Oh, we're about to flip this completely. You guys can hear me good? Okay, I think that's fine. Let me turn up my volume a little bit. Let's try that. But let me see. This has just been a one-shot up since open, and we've had no candle closure on the 15-minute that would say otherwise. Even this 15-minute gap here. Notice this gap here? We retraced inside of it, deep retrace, closed back above, and then moved higher. Very, very bullish today. I'm just gonna mark every gap I see on moving up here. And we're still pushing. I really don't know how far we're going with this, because draw liquidity's sake, this is challenging. I can see the next high at 966 here. We're still pushing, holy crap. I didn't trade anything really today yet. Usually I'll trade Asia, but wasn't really interested because how weird price action was sitting. I said I decided to opt out of it. Just pushing. I can't look down. Like, even though I feel like upside might be somewhat limited moving up here, but right now with tariffs, that's the thing. Technical analysis and market analysis doesn't apply when there's news. Let's say we just have the biggest resistance up here, and Trump says something that is very bullish. The market reacts very bullish. We'll just go straight towards it, through it. The only thing I can really do is taper in the 5 and the 1 minute, and they're still going. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts here. What is chat saying? Yeah, so if you're trying to learn from me, I have some YouTube videos. I literally uploaded a 50-minute video this week. That's probably the best source if you want to dive into it. The other thing is, basically, yeah, free live streams on YouTube. YouTube every day, 1 to 3 p.m. We do this daily. And for Asia sessions, I basically alert Asia. I don't live stream it because it's so slow. It's going to be very hard to live stream Asia. And I'm sure it's possible. We're going to try it probably one time in Discord and see how it goes. But it's not as easy as you think because most time in Asia, I would say this every time. Most time in Asia, you literally sit there and do nothing until for the longest time until maybe you see a setup. And the more you try to react to very slow price actions, the more you overtrade essentially or overanalyze. So this is still fast paced. You can still analyze this, but if it's Asia, which I guess yesterday was pretty slow here. Imagine me trying to live stream this price action. This is like a 30-point range here, and it goes like up, down. Like imagine I'm like, okay, it's about to break out. Long here, short here, long here. I'll just get cooked back and forth. So that's why I think it's somewhat impossible to live stream Asia. In most cases, sometimes Asia moves very fast. I guess it all really depends on the volatility of Asia. But I don't think you would even need alerts. It's more suitable just for, or not suitable for live stream, but more suitable for just commentary and alerts. All right, I'm gonna say we're live for PM, starting up here. Still pumping to the sky right now. Look at all the 15-minute fair value gap that's been just unmitigated and just running higher and higher. And we're literally filling all the left side here. So this is gun blazing nuts here. Whoa. How much is that tech? Yeah, so Tesla's getting a nice rebound. Tesla went all the way to 250s. Now it's at 280s right now. How much is that up today? Probably 5% on Tesla today. And Nvidia likely going to do another leg up too. Lots of tech are just moving, and that was probably because of the tariff scare. You can see Nvidia falling down here, and we're just starting to climb back up. It's pretty phenomenal here. I don't think there's anything stopping us from at least taking out the hourly high here. I mean, ES first, of course. We're going to fill the gap. NQ is going to still draw to 966 on another 100 points higher here. Let me look at chat. Seems like Patrick got cursed messing with you. Are you talking about his last few days, or is it today again? Because I don't really pay attention to him. Or I guess unless it shows up my feed, but he blocked me already. But every time I just see him, or my members, my people, just saying like, "Oh, Patrick just took a big loss today. Took another big loss today." I'm like, damn. I'm not even trying to do anything. I'm just doing my own thing here. But I think it just gets in your head. Anything that really affects your trading. Let's say you're trading for money, you're trading to pay rent. Anything that's psychological. In this case, would be drama. I don't think it's good for trading. The only thing I could see it in a different perspective is if you are using it for fuel to stay locked in, like a sharpening stone. I think that's kind of what I'm doing. Like I am so disciplined in the way that like I'd rather not let the other person win. That I'm gonna be very careful with my risk management in trades. So I think that's the only benefit here. But tilting with drama or any money issues, that's bad. Thanks for the 90% off code. Yeah, it wasn't my code, but I'm happy to share it. There's an Apex 90% code from an OG mod. Always good to support them because back in the day, there was good mods and there was bad mods. This was from the good mods here. Bad mods are the one that's like ego tripping and you basically abuse their power for authority. Like they're just a moderator. They don't have any back-end control, but they have that status, yeah, I guess. What's the code? It's already expired. Only limit time. I'm hoping that I can get a code for you guys too. 90% off code. But I posted it in my Discord, which a lot of people were able to take advantage of. This is just... Oh, we just basically double topped here on NES. This is the gap here. This is just moving pretty strong up here. That's a question I've had recently. Wouldn't be being a professional / profitable trader mean still remain disciplined even when there's stuff happening in your personal life? I feel like that's such a nuanced question because anything that like ticks you off or sets you off from your normal conditions could affect your trading adversely. Like let's say there's an NBA player, they're playing really good and their mom died. You think that person can focus? I mean, it's like they're a professional, but like they're human too. They can't be machine. And anything that really messes you up in any way. That's why it's always good to walk away for a little bit. Like if you're trading bad, just cool off for a day. You don't have to go back in right away, or a week even. Just because you're somewhat like a professional, which is like it's such a loose term because a trader, what makes you a professional? Like you make a lot of money. Everyone's just human still. So everyone has bad days. Everyone's tilting. No one's basically immune to it. Someone's asking for the trade copier. Yeah, it's Trade Syncer. It's web based, so it works on anything. You could trade on your phone, which is pretty good. It's just moving. Someone asked if I was short, like where would I be short here? If you know how I trade, which is the video I kind of talked about. Something I also was talking to some commenters on Twitter. They're like, you're not really trading ICT. It kind of gives me an eye opener because like I'm trading ICT concepts, but I'm trading a unique way. And usually people, when they do it that way, they don't claim ICT trading anymore. They claim their own model. I'm like, should I call it the Brian model or something? Brian Stonk model? Maybe call it the smart model. That will get a lot of the ICT haters out my back too. Because like, oh, ICT Robbins Cup, he didn't win. He's a fraud. So since you trade his concept, you're a fraud. But it's such a big umbrella that like there's not that many ICT traders that trade the same. Like the one that like I know. Even Lanto trades very... He does like a hybrid between trend, which is like kind of almost retail based, which is like not a bad thing. Retail is always bad to a lot of people, but it's just very standard, very technical analysis combined with ICT. The BSB model. That would be a cool name for YouTube, but I think for professionally, I think the smart model would make more sense. But I kind of describe everything I look for and how I would frame the setup and how I would enter for my last video. So yeah, I think if I do want to kind of coin a term and then make it specific, it'll be the smart model, and I'll refine it. I'll continue to refine it. ICT isn't even ICT is yeah. So like yeah, that's also. I mean, I don't disagree with it because that's the thing. Let's say someone says IC repackages ideas. It's not exactly the same. He would do his own touch to it. So in that way, he refines it for better or for worse. That's a subjective. But he takes inspirations and he refines it. So what if I take inspiration and refine ICT? Like, I guess that would be me repackaging it and taking it all for myself too. But yeah, a brief summary would be: I look at draw liquidity first. I look at time frame alignment, and then as long as I have those two, I look for entries. And each criteria has its own or each point. So 3 points. Each point would has its own criteria, and once they all align, that's when we usually take the trade. And there's some nuances too, where like it's like I don't need time frame alignment, and that's usually if we take a very high time frame level. So like for instance, a good example is like we take this monthly level and then we start flipping up. I'm not gonna wait for the daily or the 4 hour to flip. I'm like, I'm pretty confident if we sweep this and we start flipping in low time frame and show like this like a manipulation wick, I'm confident it's gonna move higher. So that's why I also have these three checks. Like, are we bouncing from a high time frame PD rate? Do we take high time frame strong liquidity? And does it align with buyers? That's like my 3 points as well to like just ask myself. But yeah, I'm still tapering this. So far, I tweeted out today like I was killing it in March. You guys seen me? You guys watched? Maybe you were tuning in from Asia streams or Asia sessions or even PM. I was killing it. So far this month has not been the best. Like, not because I take bad trades, it's because I don't even know where price is going. So just like yesterday, I was kind of speaking more about him. Like, there's no clear draw. There's no clear bias. Is it bad for me to not know where price is going? And people are getting hurt today. I don't want to use an example that's like very far-fetched in a way. But yeah, Lanzo took a hit today. And I was telling Lanzo that I don't even know where price is going. And he was doing good, but I guess he got caught in Asia trading. And he posted about it. So I was like, it's there if you guys want to see. Like, I don't know if he posted his loss. I think he said something about it, like 15,000 per account, which is a lot. It's an astronomical amount. But it's a huge setback rather than a loss because he made that up. And he basically probably gave back last week of profits. Trader Kane was trading on Ninja Trader and his trade was a loss. There's so many people that is losing. I'll be surprised if JadeCap is also, or no, I'm not. Oh, I said surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if JadeCap is taking a hit today too, because today's disgusting, man. And I guess inversion traders could win because like that'd be like, okay, let's look at the low here. Oh, inversion, enter, boom, we're done. I don't think they'll hold through all these moves though, but I just know like those inversion traders, they'll take a lot more losses than not like more wins or losses than wins, but like they'll take significantly more losses than I would when they take such frequent trades. Small red from ETA, 300 per account. That's not 300k at least, man. You missed 300 more zeros, so you're good. But you know what? Orb traders, I'm sure they won today too. Where my orb traders at? I talked about it too. A closure at what, 9:45, the first 15 minute. Oh, they closed it here. I don't know if orb traders are really going after this. That's such a far move, but if you were doing like a 30-second orb, I guess you're cooking. Oh, we're getting a somewhat a deep drive here. This is the first deep candle we had in a while. We flipped this on the 1 minute. That doesn't say much. I'm gonna just look at the next 15 minute here. If we can inverse this, I'll play for lower. If we can't, we're gonna likely try to rebound this up. So only would look lower if we would flip this 15 minute. So we'll get a closure under 780s, hopefully by 130. Inversion only entry for me, need a lot more confirmation. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Inversions are good for like confirmation, like more entry wise, but you still need to frame the setup. You can't just take the inversion because, let's say this inverted here. Are you gonna take the short? I guess you take the short here. I guess you made some profits, but you do that like 10 times. Half the time you're gonna get stopped out most like maybe like at least four times, just taking it blindly because this is like so counter trend right now. And I hate when people get used to that because they're like, oh, I made so much money from that one trade, and then next trade they could get hit. What's your opinion on full-time trading? Is it only if you have other income as well? I think the best route to do it is whatever you're doing. If you're doing like a job, school, whatever it is, if you can just commit like a few hours per day to trade, that doesn't have to be all trading. It could also be studying and backtesting and learning. Just do that for a few days, or like a few hours per day while doing your work. If you work 9 to 5, you can trade Asia or London. That's just the grind. I did that when I was in school too. When I was in college, I was a full-time student, but I also wanted to trade. So I would basically cram all my classes on the weekends, which sucks because it's like all-nighters, but that's how much you really want it. And then once you have enough income or savings, basically, if you can, I think rule of thumb that a lot of people talk about, that I talk about with people, if you can have 2 years of savings and then you're confident enough in your trading abilities, like that's like you need months and months of like at least 6 months of consistency before you commit to it, then go for it. But a lot of people do quit early or commit early. They're like, oh, I'm gonna be a full-time trader, I'm gonna make hundreds of $1,000s, when they have no data, no results, no studying, no nothing. Did you graduate? No, I was third year. So there's 4 years of schooling. I was a mechanical engineer. I was third year. I completed my third year. I was going my fourth year. So all I need is one more year. But that's when I was trading for 2 years already, and I had enough data, which is like I have like I think 200,000 at that time in my bank from trading. I was like, okay, I can survive, or maybe not 200, maybe it was 150. I'm trying to think clearly, but it's like 4 years ago. But yeah, at that time, let's say I just 150, I'm like, I'm able to survive here. I feel like 150 now versus 150 like 4 or 5 years ago is such a different value because how price has just been changing. Because I was looking at housing too. There's houses at like 280, 290 in Florida. These houses that I'm talking about are now worth like 400 plus. But yeah, I'm just waiting for this 15-minute now. Like, we just wait to see how we react to it. This is a first retrace. It's going to be like pretty much two things. We flip it, we should look for downside, we respect it, we look for upside, and we'll drop down the low time frame to continue playing it. And if that's the case, then this will be the next buy side here, internal high, and then we're going to go for the next one, 966. Would you go back, just say you did it, just to get a degree, like spend a whole year? You know how much a year is in my trading, I feel like? If you look back 12 months from now, I feel like my trading has been like different, very vastly different. I think for the better in all cases. Like, you're making more money, you're more consistent, you're more disciplined, and you have a more, like, I think, like, sustainable model, I guess. Maybe not sustainable model, but like more of a market edge, I guess. I wanted to describe it. So like giving up 1 year is a lot. Like, I don't think I would, like, if there's a prize to complete a degree and it's like you would get 200,000 bonus just just to complete. I don't think I will go back to finish that last year either. It's not worth it. Hot coffee or cold brew? I don't drink coffee at all. I think that's the one thing that I've seen a lot of people around me drink so much caffeine. I tried not to because I've seen what the consequences are. Like when you don't have caffeine and you're a caffeine consumer, you're like dead. You have no energy. So I promised myself, I said, I'm never gonna drink caffeine like that. Only when like it's like it could be like a energy drink before exam or something, or to study. Like I would use that only like once every like 6 months type of thing. Like for finals, I did that before because I was so dead. But I was like, I'm gonna cram everything. I need to stay awake. But definitely not a consistent thing. Caffeine's good for you. See, I don't know. Like it could have benefits, but all I know is there's a dependence on it. And I don't like to be dependent on anything. Wait till you get babies. I mean, look, different responsibility. Should go full-time day trading once I get my first payout. No. I feel like that's a hard no. I can confidently say that. I've seen many people say that, and it's terrible. You should, I think you should get, like, it's not even payouts. It's more about, like, can you consistently make money for 6 months straight? Or, like, you know, if it's 6 months, can you make money 4 out of those 6 months? Like, constantly. And then do you have enough savings to last up for I want to say 24 months? So you have enough time for that, that training, I guess, or education. Because training itself is just like more of a tuition. You should get better every year, I feel like, but you know, you can have stagnant depending on how you're trading or what model you're using. But for me, it's been just going up. So I mean, everyone's different though. Maybe next year I'll hit a stump or do worse than my previous years. Dave graduated. I feel like I know a lot of traders, and so many of them just drop out of school like me or don't have a degree, which is like, it proves that like I feel like degrees are just not worth it. It depends. Like if you're becoming a doctor, you're gonna need it. If you're doing anything else like trading, what's a business degree gonna do? Like everything you learn is experience. If Donald Trump imposed a tariff on traders, you may need to go back to school to complete that year. There's gonna be some loopholes. I mean, I could just go to Puerto Rico and trade there. A lot of people do go with that angle. Puerto Rico, Dubai, like very low tax or 0% tax. We're about to take a dive besides 15 minutes. I just, it is very hard for me to navigate price action when we're in like large gaps. We just built this whole gap. Ideally, if I were to frame this up, we flip this 15-minute and we move lower and we fill a lot of these gaps below. That's how I'll like frame it. But with the market being so bullish, you really need a strong displacement here and a closure. We're getting T's on this gap here. Why not move to a zero tax area? I mean, that's ideal. That'll save me like hundreds of thousands, but you want to stay close to family. You want to stay close to the people you love. It's a trade-off. And you're basically living in a new country. I feel like at one point I'll consider it, but right now I'm happy where I'm at. You have friends and family like that you're just basically abandoned. Favorite fruit to celebrate with? I would say steak, but I feel like it's not even a celebrate thing anymore. It's like usually like, you know, I reward myself often because I want something bigger. I'm not sure. You only need to live 3 months in Dubai in a year to be tax resident. Okay, I heard 6 months, but if it's 3 months, what if the season would go for? Would you go maybe January to March and then come back for the rest of the year? I'm definitely not gonna do Christmas. That's like family thing. Summer, I like summer in Florida. I guess it could be fall. Or no, fall is yeah, it could be fall. January to March. It's definitely in consideration. I just don't know how that works yet. I'm probably gonna have to look into it because my income is definitely just increasing, especially with my trading income too, just higher and higher. And hopefully this year I'll try to aim for a large payout, just like how Lanto is, JCap, all the big guys are. They're going for 7-figure payouts. I'm not rushing to it though. It's just if it happens, it happens. I'm just building up. This is like tax stuff here. See, these comments, I don't know who is the expert here and who's just talking because they maybe heard it from somewhere. Someone's like, yeah, that's not how it works. Not 8-figure payouts. Did I say 8 figures? I said 7 figures, I thought. 7 figures is like 1 million or plus. Which is not like far-fetched because JCap already went to 1.5, which, you know, we're not going to compare that. He's just a very phenomenal trader. Kane did it too. Lanzo, I don't know where he's at. I think he probably hit 7-figure in balance, but like payout, you just need more. You need like 5 payouts, I think. 5 Apex payouts before it goes uncapped. Is Kane a millionaire trader? Dude, Kane is loaded from his trading. One thing I do like about Kane, or it's like, I don't know, like I kind of describe the situation. He paid for everyone's thing basically when we had that Miami meet. I was like, let me know your PayPal or Venmo. I'll give you my chunk of share. But he paid for the yacht, the food, everything. And I think he's kind of the older one in that meetup too. I think it's like 31 or 32. So I guess like 8 years from now, once I hit 32, if I do have a trader meetup with younger people, I'll be the one covering them. I'll be Unk status. That's one thing. Like, if anyone says anything else, that's one event that I know about Kane. He just covers the bill for people, even though like they're like, oh, I don't know, I could pay it too. He's like, no, I got it, which is it shows good character, you know. We flip the 5 here. I just feel like I'm not too confident in today's price action, but I'm going to need this 15-minute flip bare minimum before I can start shorting. I think that's like a good rule of thumb right now. Is TPT reliable for big payouts? I mean, it's capped on sim funded. It's like 10K, I think, per account. But like, if I were to give an example too, Lanto made 10,000 on 5 accounts, and they paid him fine. By the way, he paid 10,000 on 5 accounts. Requested, I think you can request above 4,500. So you basically requested 25,000 and got paid immediately. What concept do I trade? You're new here. I trade the smart model, guys. It's a derivative from ICT, but it's my own model now. That's what we're gonna go with from here on out. And if you want to know more about the smart model, there's a video I made, my latest video about it. Two days for the eval to renew. Oh, the TPC. Yeah, so if you don't have market data for TPC, you gotta hit up the support and hope that they get it right away. Last time that happened to me, it happens sometimes when I'm not trading, or I don't know what happened, but if you don't have market data, you have to hit up support, and they could either activate you right there, or it could take like a whole day for them to do it. And it's very annoying because I had the same situation. Like I was like, oh, I had the evals renewing. I forgot about it, and it's like limited days. I was like, what? I can't even trade. It took them like 2 days for me to get it. But I know you guys like more videos about it, more videos about my trading, because I feel like I'm always the trader first rather than content creator more. So it's hard for me to find time to do it. And like when people ask me like, oh, how can you learn from my style? I would be like, just watch the stream. We literally frame everything real time. We fill this gap here, and if we do come back up, I'm gonna have to try to look upside. It just depends on the risk reward, because I feel like we've been pushing up so much that if we do get a setup, is there a reliable stop that protects it? So I need to see respect. Let's say this does respect here. Come back up. We look for a 1 minute flip here. As long as that 1 minute flip, I could put a comfortable stop with a good TP, like good RR trade. I'll go for it. It could be a 1 minute breaker or inversion. It just depends on the setup really, and what draw I'm going for. Like right now, this could be a nice internal draw here. I need to get rid of this. Like if I were to flip on the 1 minute here, and let's say we get this bullish breaker, we get confirmation on the 15-minute already, it filled. We get closure above. We can take an entry here, put our stop below, and then target these relative highs as well as this next high. So that's the idea right now. We just gotta see if that's a potential here. How many years have you been trading? I'm pretty sure we just passed the 5-year mark now. I basically got trading like just kind of right before COVID, like the year of COVID, like the start of the year. And then once COVID happened, I was really invested in it. I think COVID was 2020 March, right? So I think I got it to like February or January. But I locked in when school was closed. We had all the free time in the world. And I hate to say it, but all these tests, all these exams, no one was prepared for it. So you could just like check, you could look up all the answers. So that made me become from a studious student to more of a lazy student. But you basically switch your time focus. You switch from being very studious for your school, your learning, for math or whatever it is. You become lazy there, and you switch it to become studious in the markets. So it's a trade-off there. Hopefully the school don't see this stream and they're like, what? He admitted to cheating all his exams at that time? High time frame bias. That's the thing. We have most of the high time frame I see is bearish, but we did sweep the monthly liquidity, which is a very big liquidity target. And now I think we're trying to wait for today to see if we want to flip on the like higher time frame too, whether it's 4 hour, the daily here. Once we get that, I could be confident like, okay, let's flip up higher right now. But so far, this is still bearish. It disrupts liquidity, so I expect a relief. And this is what I was thinking. Like, we come back up, and then we return back down. So like, if that's like what I thought yesterday, and it's starting to pan out, that I mean, that's where we look for that 15-minute flip here. Where's the 15-minute flip here? Closure in 3 minutes, and then we look for a low time frame setup, just continuous low time frame setup. It might be stopping us out a few times, but ideally we get one that works and just keeps on running down. Congrats on your success. Is there anything particular that you change or practice to turn profitable? I think I always say this every time someone asks the same question. It's just less trades, more quality over quantity. So I every year at my beginning, I'll do like 50, 40 trades per day, and then it goes from 30, 20, 10, and then now we're like we're like single digits. Typically just like 1 or 2 trades per day now. So like it's kind of less is more and more is less as long as it's quality. It's good for your mental too. Would you how would you feel if you took 10 trades and you won, let's say 7 of them, or if you took 1 trade and you won 1 and lost none? It feels extremely satisfying, so that really helps with the discipline too. We're getting a nice closure here. I think we're just gonna start looking for shorts right now. So yeah, if we were to long this 15-minute would have retraced for higher, and we would get like a 1-minute breaker setup. We are actually looking to flip this. Does your win rate go up with the 1 to 2 trades? It went up so high. I feel like, let's say it was like 60%. Now with the 1 and 2 trades, it's like 75, 80% right now. And for Asia, it's like 100%. Like it seems so far fetched. I say that every time. It seems like fake, but if you just look through the last 15 sessions in Asia of March, you'll see all the trades that we took, and you'll be like, what the heck? How did he do this? And it could be luck. That's also another thing. It could be luck. It could be us just trading better. Could be market price action just being more favorable to our model, because like this price action is good for retail traders or breakout traders. Not good for me because it's just kind of nonsensical back and forth heavy moves, and I typically wait for confirmation. And okay, we're gonna look for retrace stuff back up for a short here. Win rate is misleading. Well, it depends. If your win rate is like more than 2 RR, I feel like my trades are closer to 1, 1.5, 2. So I think win rate for me, because I do tight stops, it matters. I don't really go for home runs, that's why. I gotta take a piss here. I think we're gonna look for shorts now. 15-minute flip. Looking for shorts setup. Be right back. Okay. I'm here. Let's start cooking here. So, it's kind of doing what we want to see here. 15-minute flip. We're gonna look for retracement inside. If we get a closure before we get this retracement, it'll be a 15-minute VPR, and that'll should be very favorable. I do think it's a bad idea to short right now. We look for retracement first. There's no wick here, so it's like open straight down. I think we're gonna try to flip that 50-minute candle and get a drive back inside this 50-minute inversion now, bearish inversion. And let's say it does come back up. It depends if you're confident that price don't really move higher from this, that you enter before it turns. But if you're not confident, like kind of like I am, because I'm not confident that if price could come back up, does it just keep on going like this? Best way to do that is wait for that low time frame flip here. It could be the 1 minute if it's clear. If it's not, 30 seconds fine, and you could take an entry on the move down rather than move up, and then you put your stop protected and then go for a move down like that. That's gonna be how I'm gonna frame it up. I'm not in anything yet. Got an internal low here. Whoa, we're getting very aggressive here. I wonder if people took this inversion here. Like, not for my people, but I'm sure some people, once they see this closure, they're like, let's enter. It works out in this case, but you gotta be very confident, because you would need a closure first before you even take a 1 minute flip when we're bullish bias for the most time frames right now. Where would the liquidity be for shorts? Most likely the next support area, which is this OB here, immediate gap. If we're looking for shorts here, I want to bring it down to low 700s here, or just 700 flat essentially. Man, oh man. We got the confirmation on this closure. If we just got a nice retracement back up, I think we'd have tagged that short in and play the lows here. So far, it's still selling off. It's just so aggressive. Look how aggressive we're going. One aggressive move up, and we're just going aggressive move down. This is, if we're trying to do trend line, looks like it's gonna snap here. It's just been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight bearish candles with very, very minimal wicks here. Every down close candle is a buying opportunity. Are you buying this? Man, I'm not confident in longs right now. Brett is drooling over longs right now. He was long. Was it yesterday? He was so deep long that it hit a lot of drawdown, and he held through it and came out fine. I need to secure $200 to get a payout from Top Step. I'm at day 4 right now. Let me pull up Top Step. And if you didn't know, I hit drawdown my live, but that's after taking 12,000 in payouts in live, and as well as 24 green days on it. So I held that account for almost basically 2 months if you're talking about trading days. And then we did straight back to X phase, and we booming. I actually like this a lot more. Instead of one account, it's 5 accounts. just selling off so aggressive. This is basically my target area if I were to play shorts here. This is the area I'm looking. Another timeline we would have probably got the entry, but this time we didn't. So I just frame my setup, then I wait for the draw liquidity. If it's there right now, we do have some draw. We have a confirmation with the time frame line. We just need that entry model, and I'm not really sure if anything here would have been something I would have taken, even with hindsight. So something magnificent is like you use hindsight and like, can you still take this trade? If it's not, that means that trade was never there for you to take to begin with. 5-minute devil's mark. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm also, I would assume when we made the devil's mark here, we would be able to come back up and take, like basically take down that wick and then move down, and that would likely give me that fill I wanted. No entry, no entry. We had the framework, but did we have the entry? Nope. Oh, look at that. I don't know how many people are cares about payout windows, but I think Brett Simba just teased no more payout windows. Is X windows payout windows? Look at that. It took me like 2 seconds to figure that out. Maybe I should have gave you guys a test for it. Once again, I feel like we're still bullish on the higher time frame in a way. If it does retrace back up, I think best case you wait for that flip still, which is getting on the downturn. That'll be the smart model. And most likely we'll also get like a 15-minute BPR here too, if we get a closure before it moves back in. So that overlapping is that BPR. We're gonna be watching very closely if we can get a flip back down here. But yeah, if I'm somewhat anticipating this move up, that means I'm not opposed to trying a short-term scalp, counter trend scalp right now, especially after we take out the low that I was looking at. ES tapped inside this 15-minute, which is good too. If there's a low time frame scalp right now, and I'm anticipating a draw higher to force shorts, maybe a draw higher for a leg down, this is what I'm anticipating. I'm not opposed to trying out along here. I'm trying to open Top Step, and this has been loading for like 2 minutes, and it hasn't opened yet. I want to show you guys the board, and it's been nuts. TopStep really needs to upgrade their I guess they are upgrading it. I don't know what they're doing right now. This is it. So I'll post the dates of all my live accounts and my past funded with TopStep. It should match up. Didn't blow any account. I just been moved live multiple times, and I got an email again that I'm about to get moved again very soon here. But day 4 right now, I'm just gonna, if I get $200 here, it'll be 5,500, and I'll be able to take basically like 2,700 out of for account. There's 5 accounts right now. We've been doing pretty good. A few more minutes here before we actually get that that 15-minute BPR validation. Where can one find the Trade5 leaderboard? I think Brett is still working on that. He only posts the leaderboard when it's when he wants to. Then hopefully it's gonna be automated. Main goal is a move higher or a move lower. I think that's still the objective. So great video last week showing how you set up everything. That was the most requested video. How many likes we got on stream, guys? We'll probably do a giveaway. We don't see anything soon. 285. We get 500. We'll do 2. We're up for 1 giveaway right now. That video took a lot. It really did take a lot out of me because I don't know what it is. It's just when I'm trying to record a video, I cough much more. I really need one account. I just messed up with funded. I was not allowed to trade T1 dues. Which firm is it? They're pretty strict on that. I think you basically have to make that not T1 news. I thought is it only non-farm payroll CPI and FOMC and probably PPI too? Oh, ETF. I don't really trust ETF, so they probably just breach you so they don't have to pay you. What T1 news were there? I don't think there's one that happened recently. Isn't T1 news just like the big 3 basically? I just covered all the losses I took from the AM session in that short. Don't make that happen, man. Even though short bias was pretty nice here, don't make that habit to, because I don't know where you took your losses at AM. It's been 1 move shot higher, but in a different timeline, let's say you took losses shorting here and you try short again, and we didn't actually fall, you're gonna blow all your accounts. Has a red folder for oil inventory. Oh, oil inventory. Why would unemployment be a T1 news? It's not even that big of a news for T1. I feel like that's an ETF thing. I don't heard of any other firms kind of talking like that personally. All the big firms like Apex, TopStep, which those 2 firms are also allowed news, but like I say, My Fund Futures, I don't know about Tradeify exactly, but the big 5, TPT2, they only worry about the big news. They don't care about the small news. Big news are CPI, non-farm payroll, FOMC. Those are the big boys. If they're worried about you trading like unemployment claims, that feels weird. I don't know how I feel about this 5-minute gap here, which we're already respecting is sitting lower. I was really hoping to see if we can get a move to this 15-minute gap, but it doesn't look like we're trying to do that right now. I mean, what we could do is possibly wick down here, right? Take that wick, get that breaker here, and then move back up, and then maybe move back down. What do you guys think about that? Maybe SMT too. Oh, we're gonna spike. We're gonna spike. Yeah, we already got the 15-minute BPR. I think this is gonna try to get a retrace soon here. It's very difficult market trade. I think if you're able to not press any buttons, that's a win right there. But if you're pressing buttons, it could be a win or a loss. You're not gonna feel good about it because how difficult the price has been looking right now. Oh, gee. That wick is about to send this straight down. This is what I said. This is what I said today. Like I felt like a market wizard for all of March, literally all of March, 31 days, and start of April so far. Not Monday. I think Monday still March. Just basically today and yesterday. I'm just been sidelined because I'm just clueless about where price is going. It's like not giving you the entry you want. It's not giving you the confirmation or draw that you want to really respect out of. So it's been no trades. It might be a no trade day for the stream too. And I hope that people can understand why we're doing that. Because if I'm short bias, I wait for confirmation. We got that confirmation. Now we just wait for entry model. And I don't think we can even do that right now. And taking no trades is not a bad thing either. This is a good hourly. If you're looking at hourly charts, you're likely trying to go for this hourly liquidity target now. If we move away from this gap, I'm going to probably have to look down for the next setup here. For the next short opportunity. Which it could be this bearish breaker now. I don't know how to mark this. We have a low, a high, a lower low. And then a sweep here. And then we're getting displacement. So I think the right thing to be would be like kind of like marking like this. Which looks ugly, but I'll just mark it for clarity's sake here. So once again, it'd be the high, the low, the sweep, displacement, and we're just pushing. Something pretty aggressive here. We're looking for this hourly liquidity target now. Okay, nothing I'm getting is giving me the entry. What asset are these? These are NQ and ES, the only asset you need. Those big facts there. What other asset do you need, guys? Just selling off. What? I'm pretty sure Desi just sent me shorts. Is he in shorts right now? What the hell is a short? He alerted short in our Discord. 7th, it's a 1 minute gap, I think. He played that? It was this short here. I don't know how you would play that. That feels really aggressive, but I feel like if he's confident that's short, then I guess it works out, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to know. Oh, we can't see? Yeah, there it is. I had to disable it. This is the short he took. It's that 1 minute gap here. He put a stop at 780s, and he just played for the down move. You got to be somewhat aggressive to play that, but it works for him because he's probably more confident for the downside versus me. I still like the downside, but I want a good entry model to get us there. Should have had Desi on, and then I could have just took the trade from him if he was confident on it. Good trade though. Good trade for Desi. Yeah, if we're gonna leave this here, we're gonna probably have to look at the next setup, and I don't know. We're gonna have to wait for more structure here. Most likely. The draw right now is this hourly liquidity. I think that's pretty clear for me right now. Can I trade on TradingView using TradeSyncer? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'll post a link if you guys want to try it out. So we're in the next area now. It's basically the 15-minute fair value gap with the OB here. But we still have this liquidity target. I feel like we want to snag this first, and then maybe we can try to go back up. If we wick lower and close higher, that would be something that I could kind of play with. But chat, what do you guys think? Short, or are you bearish or bullish? Right now, what do you think here? If I were to guess, it's still bearish, but like I'm not gonna short here. We could have looked at ending right here, but you know we're so close. We were like 10 points away from getting an entry on that 15-minute gap, so I just prefer to just see if we can get that instead. We didn't. We didn't. Sad. Bearish, high time frame, neutral. It's kind of funny though because I feel like all the shorts that shorted basically the whole New York AM here got killed, and then if they shorted like 1 p.m. they got hurt again, and now once they clear all the shorts, it's starting to work here. And we can't even get a trade. All the 15-minute candles are just bearish candles, deep bearish candles too. We're still looking for this hourly low here. I think that's the clearest thing for me right now. Here's our liquidity here. If we get no trade today, I'll post what my account looks like. It's gonna be gray because there'll be no trades. I'm okay with that. Hands are itchy, but nothing to go for. How many people in chat went through sessions, like at least like 1 out of every 10 sessions where you don't take anything, you're sitting there for like 2-3 hours? I think that's where it basically tests your discipline. I feel like I do that like kind of once every 10 days. But then like if you trade, I guess, Asia and PM, you're bound to get at least one trade. If you're taking only one session though. You're more likely to not get anything. You have crazy discipline. It's not even about discipline, or it is about discipline, but it's more about, like, you know, keeping your money. You work so hard, why blow it on a bad trade when it's not there? I mean, that's a tough lesson to learn, because a lot of people, when they have bad days, like real bad days, they'll give back weeks or months of profits that they've worked consistently on one bad day. And like, it happened to me too many times to count, where I don't want that to even occur again. And that's why my Apex accounts right now, some people are like, oh, you're sim farming, blah, blah. Yo, my Apex account, I posted so many times already. My Apex accounts are like 30 days right now. I think it's 33 days right now. You know how many months that is? That's almost 2 months now. Because there's only 20 trade days in a month. We're about to hit 2 months on those accounts. And I'm going to try to get uncapped payouts. And then we look at Top Step too. Top Step, I had the funded for, I think, 15 trading days, and then the live for 24 trading days. Combine those two, that's like 2 months of lifetime there. About like 30, 40 days there. And when you think about like prop firms, that's the secret to beating prop firms. You go for base hits, you go for consistency. You lose, most people lose. It doesn't have to be one person, but most people would lose, the general public, if they go for big days. Base hits are the way to kill prop firms. And most people don't realize that. Let's say everyone does base hits, prop firms are either going to go bankrupt or they're going to raise their prices tremendously. But you have gamblers basically trying to get people in. I feel like you're always stuttering. I can't understand. Is that too hard to understand? Sometimes I feel like I talk really fast where my mouth can't keep up and my brain is processing. If you want to know what base hits are, it's relative. It could be a few $100 per day on an account. It could be $100 per day. It could be 500. It's basically something that you want to aim for daily, where you can reach without risking too much either. Chris Alley up 10 PAs and have a profit limit set at 250 per day. That's a good one. 250 per day, I think would be good, because if you do that 4 days in a row, you made $1,000 on each account. $10,000 there. It's easy to make money. It's hard to keep it. Always hard to keep it. This is disgusting though. What is this price action? I feel like it's still teasing this hourly low, which wouldn't be bad if we get a retrace for shorts, because that would give me that target. But just back and forth right now. So bored. Just do some giveaways. There's not that many live prop traders. I feel like I'm one of the few that just really goes for it. I feel like it's about to go for these hour lows. I don't see why not. It would not go for it now. Can someone explain the point of smart prop firm to Billy? If you can explain it to someone who don't know, and make it very easy, where like a 8th grader or 6th grader would know what you're talking about. JK said, when I won that trade to 5 straight to fund, I was so hyped. I hope you you want to share your progress on it. It's straight to funded, so you got funded right away. I don't know how you did on it, but I hope you did well. I feel like out of 100 accounts I give away like already 500, probably more than 500 now. Like 5% of them gets a payout, and so like you're talking about maybe 10 out of like 200, maybe even lower, maybe like 2%, because you have to pass it first. Some accounts are not trade funded. That's even more tricky. Coach Smart, he gets a cut, you get a cut. It's a win-win. That's it. We're teasing these lows right now. Here's that low drive here. We're gonna blast these lows. Watch this. Where's the hour there? This is hourly. It's still there. He's like, Oprah, you get a cut. You get a cut. Ugh, sit up. We're 220. We're like a little bit more than halfway through the stream, and it's been pretty slow. Teasing that low right now. Just a matter of time before we hit it. I don't know how many people are shorts holding in the stream, but I really wanted shorts after this flip. I wasn't able to get it. It's a shame. This has been the target. I don't know if we would have got filled out, but we hit the hourly low here. I'm surprised he doesn't want to impulse through it, to be honest. We basically framed the setup for shorts for the whole session, and we got the framework for it. Very minimal retracement for us to really work with on the lower time frame to execute off of, which is somewhat the downside that I'm kind of talking about. Tough. It's tough. I can't see why we don't blast through these lows here. We have a 15-minute gap under it. The liquidity's there. We should just, yeah, I think we just blast through it, yeah. This could flip here. I wouldn't be surprised if this tried to flip here. I expected a bigger drive, to be honest, but very weak drive. Very weak drive. Look at that drive here. There's a quick tap, basically. Might get a flip. We took the hourly low, which I feel like could flip this back up. What do you guys think, chat? Are you guys still bearish, or are you trying to see possibly for a move, relief move back up? Bull up, downside bearish. So tricky, man. It's just so tricky. Tiny video where she shows you, I think it's due to not opening your mouth so a lot. So there's a lot of pauses in your sentences. So I open my mouth more? Is that the case? He's rejecting. It is rejecting every chance he gets here. Here's that drive here. Here's that hourly liquidity on ES as well. That's what I want to see earlier. It's just basically back and forth. Chat, I need a trade. If you guys know what trade you guys want, let me know. It's been focused downside. So many down close candles. I can't even get anything out of it. It's a shame. A little sad. Basically a sell model right now. Just big move up, and we're gonna do a big move down. Pretty much. Why are we not short from the inversion? I was waiting for the 15-minute flip first, which if we just got a retracement, we'd have been short already. I feel like my model is always working on retracements, and when it just does trend base, I simply don't get anything out of it. Still moving lower. Let's look at the next liquidity target here. I think clear one would be this internal low here. Tagging every low possible right now. Do you know what Desi trade was based off? It was the inversion. He took the inversion. I said, I think right here, 154, and I guess it's paying like 100 plus points. Congrats to Desi, man. He's a player. I had something I wanted. I didn't get it. The bias is there. The entry wasn't. It is what it is. We have 900 people watching basically me tape reading, not taking any trades because it's not presented. But now that we took the hourly, I wouldn't be surprised if we can try to come back up now. That was like kind of the main draw that I was going for. Our liquidity low, and we haven't got even like a low time frame flip for the longest time, so we'll see if that's even on the table right now. Like, look at this 1 minute gap here, just holding. Next low is at 611. Did you notice that market went back to the 5 minute breaker? Oh, you're talking about this one here? Yeah, I mean that played out well. Even then, I feel like if you're using this as a breaker, I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. This is somewhat of a move higher for me. I don't really see this as a breaker. There's a trend and one leg up. Breaker needs a swing low, and I don't know if I would go for that as a swing low. It's just consolidating. We're about to sell off again. Big sell, big sell. Pretty big. I want to get shorts too, but where can I just freaking short, man? It's make me not try to FOMO as much, but like I have this the framework for it just doesn't give me the entry, and I'm just sitting here like, when is my turn? When is it my turn, chat? I'm hungry too. We're likely gonna go for the next low now. I think that's where it's trying to draw into. Dude, this daily candle, oh my goodness, that's a horrendous daily candle. I'm not gonna lie, that's a disgusting daily candle. I just saw someone say in that chat. I didn't realize how bad it was, but look at that daily channel chat, daily candle chat. Big wick up, big wick down. We're kind of going back to the midpoint here. Oh, we set the low here. ICT call. Did he call for lower? I feel like I saw him call for lower, like much lower, like 474 when price was pumping. So I don't know how much credit I could give him unless he called another shot. But I feel like now, like, I would probably look for a relief here because we're hitting a lot of targets right now. Lots of targets. So on the downside, and I probably do want to see some more price action holding here. That's that CISD here that took out that low, and we can respect that. I don't know if I'm going to trade today, but I'm just tape reading. We flipped this. We respected that. This should really go now. It's so aggressive because you're still waiting for a flip, but if you're looking for a low time frame, that is holding. How much did we drop here, guys? It's like almost 300 points. Golly. If this could hold, I want to see this take out this next high, and then we can see potentially a flip. And maybe take out some of these internals here. But if not, next liquidity target would be 577. We're just going to tag everyone. There's not much trading for me right now. 30. Chat, are you still looking for lower still, or are you looking for higher? Let me know in chat. Let me look at chat real quick. Was your short setup based on the hourly or 4 hour? It's based on the 15-minute. Look at longs. I want to say this is holding. If it's any other day, I would probably try this. But right now, I'm not the most convicted on price action. But that's why I'm like more tape reading for you guys. If it lines with your bias, I do try to think that we're going to try to take out that internal high there. I think we can get a flip back up, take out the internals. And then maybe we'll get a retracement to the 15-minute gap that we wanted earlier. Because we already took a lot of the liquidity now. And we haven't seen a flip basically the whole YouTube session that we've been moving down. It's been pretty aggressive. So took the 30-second CSD after the sweep. I think that's a good call here. I wanted to actually try this on stream, but it's just difficult because we have like the most low time frame flip after 6-7 consecutive bearish candles on the 15-minute time frame. And I'm like, do we actually hold this here? That's what I was framing up. Like, this is CSD here, the bearish candle that took out the low. And once we got that flip, if we retrace back in, this is an opposing high here. And we'll actually get a breaker here. We can flip this too. Let me look at chat. Long, lower, relative equal lows on the 1 minute lower. It's like 50-50 right now. That makes it still somewhat dangerous. At least we're getting some movements though. I do like that, because if it's so one-sided, it's very hard to trade. But we're starting to respect the lower time freaking bearish or bullish pre-raise, and we invalidated the small one so far. I haven't seen anything in the 5-minute yet. That's kind of like what I'm looking at now. Can we actually flip? If we do flip, I would like to see us get a nice retracement, because this is the PM range so far. We can try to even go back to the midpoint here. Good smash there. Looking good. I gotta take a piss again. I'm drinking a lot of water because I'm talking a lot, but congrats if you took those longs. I didn't really smash that, but we looked at that. I'm gonna be right back. Crap, what the heck? Just pumping. I think people were able to grab longs there, guys. After that sell side get taken, we got like a 30-second CSD. We also got like a 1-minute inversion, which respected. This is where I'm talking about, where like we're just seeing if we get confirmation. We didn't get any confirmation here. I tried to play upside from shorts, didn't get that. We're actually getting it here for the first time it's showing. Oh, and then the breaker too. Did we? I'm not sure if you gotta tap inside the breaker, to be honest. It's such a big patient move here. I need to take a trade in my live account. Desi's here. Desi, I need to play. I gotta take a trade in my live. Your 5-minute bullish breaker caught it. 5-minute bullish breaker. I don't really want to mark anything as breaker. I think the clearest thing I would say is I did look at the 4-hour. We did get a nice retap inside this OB here. We're getting a reaction off of it. That's one thing I would try to frame there. Good push, good push. Holy crap. Big move here. So, you could wait for this closure here. I would probably wait for this TSD here. After the sell side is taken. Now we're getting a good flip here. And that'll be the first internal. So even that move here would be like 30 points. And then we're getting a bigger jump now. Wow, there's a lot of people who smashed that long. Good shit, guys. 15-minute BPR after the sweep. That's in the plan here. We have another 15-minute gap here. So a real long here. I would want it to do a deep drive inside this gap here. Where it's going right now. Nice deep drive in. We might actually get a 5-minute chase rate delivery too. After this low is taken. I'll use this as a candle. We get a closure here. And I think any retrace right now. 5-minute CSD is at 688. We're kind of looking for if that's still unmitigated. Oh, gonna run in here. Looks good. We're just gonna keep on going here. It's very trend based right now. Very trend based. That's a pretty tremendous hourly wick too. Big wick down, 100-point move up, and we're seeing if we can flip this whole candle here. So good bullish move from this liquidity. If it does want lower price action, we would want to drive inside 50-minute and flip back down. If not, we go through this. We're going for the next move up here. So two things basically now. We either flip this, move up the next target, or you get a rejection from here. Like this. Dude, Desi alerted. You should have been on the stream. I would have just taken the trade that Desi gave. Like, why am I even trading when he's here? He's cooking. He's literally cooking, chat. Curious to see how the hourly closes. I think so too. I think hourly could really flip back up right now. I wouldn't be surprised. That was such a minimal retracement down trend here to take out the liquidity, that like the hourly liquidity, and the next one as well. Now we're getting a move back up. And now we're in this 15-minute BPR here. It's a dangerous spot for bulls here. I don't know if bulls can really push through it, but we're going to get a closure in 3 minutes. If it can get a nice closure above 719, we're going to use this bearish support or bearish resistance as support and try to move up for even higher. I want to maybe lean for down though. I don't know. It's such a coin toss. That's why I'm not confident in April price action right now. You called that move. It was that's just tape reading. You want to anticipate it because there's a lot of things that also anticipate, like, oh, maybe we'll get a breaker here. We didn't get that breaker. Maybe we'll get a flip here. We don't get it, but the first thing that we actually got, which is this 1-minute flip, it actually worked out because we already framed it up. We marked that whole setup, and we know what we're looking for. So that's kind of like the difference, basically. You don't have to be right about every anticipation, but you gotta, if you got the framework for it, you execute off of it, and that's something you would do here. So yeah, next thing is we're about to get closure here. I'm still wondering if we can get a flip back down. I think that's the objective right now. Big 15-minute flip. So if you're long, once again, this is a good area to really tap out, and then just want to see what else we could do here. I always know where price is going, but my execution is always so bad. If you know where price is going, it's like going where you're thinking. You just gotta be patient to get the execution. If you just enter too early, it doesn't work well. Good rejection here, 15-minute rejection here. Only if we get a nice closure above what I think higher here, which we're about to get the next 15-minute close in 1 minute at 2:45, and it doesn't look so good for bulls here. Gonna get very weak from here, but bulls are taking this down, or bears are taking this down. We have this 5-minute chase delivery, but we're already rejecting off the 15-minute. I'm not too confident that this would hold. Good sweep on turnovers though. If this is like a relief rally for a leg lower, then this is pretty much ideal. I just don't know what it's aiming for. I just feel like this is the move down here. We got the closure already. We wicked up, closed below. This next candle here is telling me that we want to potentially flip back down. We're getting close to power hour, so I don't think we'll get another setup. We'll likely do the giveaway now, though. If execution is bad, force yourself to use limit order. I think that's a good take there. Limit order is always good. Let's do the giveaway. There's some people talk about different giveaways. I'm gonna add like a easier Discord bot or a bot for YouTube. We're gonna have to guess the username again, or like stream. So you like the stream and you comment your YouTube username or Discord username, either one, just one time, and then we're gonna randomly pick one. We're almost at 500 likes too. $900 viewers, guys. I wish we could have given a banger. I'm not gonna call this an alert because I did anticipate it and I did say like the 30-second flip, but it's not like an alert that we all took. So it's gonna be like a no trade day for the stream. Only thing now is like you're just kind of framing up this 15-minute BPR. This should sell lower. I did look at the 30-second time frame here. We have this gap. Since we already rejected from it, I think this retracement is going to sell for lower here. So if we do get a deep closure, we should just smash it down. Lots of comments, lots of new username that I don't recognize. This is about to slam down so hard, guys. Big move here. Holy crap, this is moving. It's a 15-minute flip, 30-second entry model. And I guess you could use this as a chain state delivery too, technically. I'm gonna pick the giveaway winners in a second. I'm gonna try to look at this. There's a 5-minute gap here. Short just looks pretty good right now after that 15-minute rejection. I think if we do get a closure under this 5-minute gap, we're gonna slam for these next internal lows for power hour. All right, let me see. Let me pick winners, guys. All right, I'm gonna give you guys another 30 seconds before we pick here. Was anyone able to grab shorts? We were kind of doing it while we're doing the giveaway, which is quick. All right, giveaway winner today is Dishu. Over Dishu, I'm gonna type the username. Make a ticket on our Discord. And is he here? The chat is moving so fast. I'm trying to see if he's responding or not. Dishu. I'll give you 2-minute claim, Dishu. All right, there we go. Okay, make a ticket. We're gonna do the last one with a 3 p.m. opening candle for some fun. You guys know the drill of that. This is still bearish signature for me until we get a closure above 720. I think you want to focus shorts, and you look at the low time frame model or low time frame entry to play for downside. CSD still holding here. I haven't taken a trade in my live yet, but I'm trying the CSD here with a 30-second. It's working out pretty good. It's been a pretty good session overall. I think the highlight is we get nothing moving down, but then once we get this flip here, oh, look at that. We got a setup here. Target the next high. And then once we get the 15-minute flip, look, we got a setup here. And we're going to try to target the next low. If it trails towards the low. I'm not sure if it will. I might get stopped here. This is what I have. I have not on all my Apex. I just trade a few Apex right now because it's not too comfortable. Oh, we just got stopped. Just lagged the hell out of me. I just took the entry off this 30-second CSV after the flip of the BPR. I was taking only on 5 accounts right now out of my 20 I have. I put the green stop at this low here after this closure. That just allows me to, let's say if I took this trade here and I'm looking for this next low, this basically allows me to move my green stop. So instead of doing break even where it comes back up like 30, 40 points, good risk reward wise would be moving it like this. After we get a candle closure, that's what I do. Put it at the next previous low or the next previous high too. That this could be also moving the green stop like that. And then you could play it down instead of moving at break even. It's a good session overall. At 2:57, we're gonna do the last giveaway and we wrap things up. It's just so funny because basically we traded for 2 hours, right? 1 hour and a half, 90 minutes has been nothing. And in the last 30 minutes here, last 20 minutes more in fact, like from 2:30 all the way to 2:50, we got 2 setups given. Was anyone able to get shorts here too? I think this makes sense to me. Why that would make sense is if you saw the video, which I'm going to coin the smart model, 15-minute rejection, bias is bearish still. We have the 15-minute BPR here. You're looking for a low time frame flip. That's the first one we got for the downside. This is the first one we got for the upside. That worked out pretty good though. Alright, I'm gonna start up the next giveaway, guys. Don't say coin is too cringe. Yo, people say, oh, ICT sucks, blah blah. I just want my own model or my own style. I think it makes sense for me now. We're just gonna call it smart model, and that's gonna be based off how I trade, which is draw liquidity, time frame alignment, and entry model. So let's say for this one, the draw right now, the bias is bearish because we have this 15-minute BPR. We retraced it, rejected. So we don't play it on the move up. We play on the move down. So you look at the 1 here, or the 30-second. I think the 1 doesn't really have any information move down. That's why I give myself some room. Unless you look at this little gap here. I hate these gaps here. It's like tiny, which just gives me nothing at all. I need like swing structure. So we have this 30-second here. The series of up close candles would be the chain state delivery. If we get a closure on this candle, we get a 30-second gap. That's why I marked the arrow. If you take this trade, you put your stop above the high, which is, how much is that? Like 20 points. And then you're trying to go for the next internal low as well as low of day. Played up pretty well though. It was only one contract for me. I made 300 bucks my top step and some of my Apex. Ironically, my Apex are still under review. I don't know if I gave you guys an update on that. It's been under review for like 10 days now. I'm trying not to trade as much on it because I feel like Apex game is, they put you under review for the longest time. And then, wait, why are you guys commenting? We're not doing that. We're done with that giveaway already. I feel like one person does it and then everyone does it. It's like, who started this? Yeah, under review, back to saying, under review just stalls for time for you to blow the account. And it happened to me a handful of times. I'm not gonna lie, it did happen to me. I'm like, I got the payout I needed. I tried to request it, but then it could take like 2 weeks for me to get approval. Like 2 weeks is like 8 trading days, 7 trading days. But calendar days, it'd be 2 weeks every kind of weekends. And I could have a bad day or get under the balance. I don't have to blow the count, but I can get under the balance. I got stopped on that one. Freaking God, man. Move my stop too tight here. Look at that. Chain state delivery. What the heck? Wait, is it 974, 74? Yeah, so this is exactly what I had. Chain state delivery entry, stop at the previous high. Once we get this closure on that swing low, the previous swing low, I put my stop at that low. So that's why I got stopped at 74. That might have been too tight there. I guess I could have re-entered. Should I re-entered on the second move higher? Am I tripping or is that a breaker too? This could have been a break on his own too. I'm hindsight analyzing it right now. Yeah, that could have been a breaker on its own. This is how I'm marking it. If you guys want to know, low, high, low again, high sweep, strong displacement, retap inside this consecutive series of down close candle. We're already bearish, so we're not looking for more about like buy safe. We're just looking for entry to play lower because we're still looking for lower prices. Should have played this. We got an OB here. I probably would have taken this trade here if I were re-entered. So it'll be something like this. Stop at that high again. I don't want it to keep on retesting this area. So like it'll be like 15-point stop, and you're still going for the next internal low here. And then if we trailed it, so this is what I was hoping for. If we trailed it on the move down, that would have been golden. Yeah. It's just my hindsight right now. My hindsight analyzing. I was right on the move though. The 15-minute move was correct. Oh, okay. I gotta do the giveaway. All right. Guess the number, guys. Cutoff. There's no cutoff this side. Guess opening price of 3 p.m. And we started at 259 this time. Oh, this is such a good short. Frickin' hell. Would have been like 1,500 on each count now. I should have just go for re-entry. I think that's what I always miss sometimes when I'm distracted, kind of on stream. If I wasn't trying to talk, I think I would have taken the second trade. Second short again. Caught the short. The way you explain things is top tier. I mean, here's the thing. I stopped saying like we're gonna alert anything. We're just gonna. It's more about tape reading and trading with me. I'm not hand feeding you. So if I frame it up, if you're able to take what you can from that, that's the plan here. Got a God entry on that. I don't know if you meant good or God, but if you got a God entry, hell, that's part of the entry here. No drawdown, a big move down here. Oh, we close. Oh shit. I'm so freaking. Wait. What am I looking at? 608. I feel like I'm overwhelmed with doing a lot of things at once. Let's see. 608. Who got it? Who got it? Chat, look with me. I think I see some deleted messages. I don't know if someone's trying to do something, but funny is I could see the deleted messages still. Someone got 607. That's still 608. You're still a point off. Someone got 608.75. Anyone got 608 before 3 p.m. candle? 607 again. I don't know if anyone's getting this so far. I'm looking. 612, nope. 610, 603. It moved pretty fast at 3 p.m. here. $606. Yeah, I don't think anyone got it. I think we're gonna give it to the guy who got 608.75. I'm gonna check if he answered multiple time. Bob. It is Bob. He's the closest one. Wait, Chamber got it? Okay, I'll take a look again. Did he say it after 259 or 3? I'm gonna take a look again. I wasn't able to see it. Chamber. What's the timestamp? We're gonna wrap this up though. Yeah, let me just go over the trade. Yeah, I think the short bias is very clear. If you want to learn about the smart model here, this is basically 15-minute BPR rejection, low time frame flip, and that's what you look at. You can't see anything in 1 minute. You look at the 30-second, very clear there. We played it. First attempt, Hindsight would have been paying attention more. Once you get green stopped out, this still respected. Didn't take another high out, didn't do anything. We actually closed lower, and you gotta break your entry on the retap here. So this would have been the second play here, and this did run like 75 points. And then if you did do the same trailing method, once again, closure under here, you put your stop trailing, you would have not got trailed out, and it would have hit around the TP area. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I'll look at the timestamp again. Both person could will DM me. I'll see who got it. Bob and Chamber. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you guys Asia tonight or London tomorrow or New York tomorrow. See you guys.